Zero Sum Survival here, and today I'm going to be looking at a knife by Muela Knives out of Spain. It's called the Rhino. Now, Muela Knives is located in the municipality of Argamasilla de Calatrava, which is located in the province of Ciudad Real, and that's just about 2.5 hours south of Madrid. So let's take a look at the knife. It comes in one of their typical knife boxes, and comes with all of their usual literature, which is a small pamphlet that is bilingual. You have Spanish on one side, and then you have English on the other. And this is basically stating that they have a lifetime warranty against defective craftsmanship for both their knives and their sheaths, which is really good to know. There are very few companies that actually still offer a lifetime warranty on their work these days, so it's good to see that Muela still does that. Now, Muela is one of what I consider the three prominent Spanish knife makers today, the other two being Nieto Knives and Curaman. So let's take a look at the knife. It comes with a lovely handcrafted black leather sheath, which is being described as multifunctional. You can see that on the back side you have, for vertical wear, you have a belt loop, and then for horizontal on the opposite side you have 4 press studs and 2 leather straps that you can open up to put on your belt. It'll be interesting to see how this fares. I would like to try this out on both the front and back. I like to carry my blades cross carry, or horizontal as some people say, and so I'm interested to see how this fares during the field review of this knife. It has an additional thumb stud or press stud here for retention. So let's take a look at the knife. The entire knife is just under 9 inches in length, the blade being 4 inches and the handle just coming in under 5 inches. Now, the blade is your classic drop point, and it is a flat grind, as you can see. It has a nice belly, and it's manufactured with some modest jimping along the spine as well as a finger choil on the hill of the blade, just in front of the hilt. Now, Muela uses, in this particular knife, they use a steel that's manufactured by Sandvik, and it is a 14C28N. Sandvik is out of Sweden, Gimo, Sweden, and they've been around for just over about 155 years now. They developed this steel specifically for knives, and one of the first people to use this was Kershaw in their blades. This particular knife has been out for about 4 years now. I saw this knife online and I couldn't find very many English-speaking videos, so I thought I would buy this knife. I would actually field test it and then offer a review in English for all of my North American viewers. I don't know how many people in North America are familiar with Muela knives, but hopefully after this video it'll give you an indication of the type of quality you'll get if you purchase one of their products. So the handle is a micarta, a black micarta, and it's fixed in place with rivets or pins as opposed to hex torques or hex screws. So this micarta it looks like it's an epoxy laminate, so it is sealed. Being a hunting knife, you would want the handle to be non-absorbent so that any of the game fluids, such as blood or urine or anything else, you don't want to be able to permeate the handle, and I don't think you're going to have an issue with this handle. Now, just out of the box, I can tell you right now that the balance point on this knife is about at the first pin on the handle, which, if you're dealing with a hunting knife, that's about where you want the balance point to be. With choppers, you want the balance to be a little forward so that it's blade heavy. But with a hunting knife, you want to have more tactile feedback between the cutting edge and the material that you're working the edge on. So I think this is the absolute perfect balance point for what is being marketed as a hunting knife. And then, of course, obviously with the jimping and the choil, you can choke up and you can do some finer tasks if you need to. So again, I like overall the design of the knife. I think it's quite a sexy knife. It comes in at 15.9 ounces, so you're looking at just shy of a pound. This is a very solid feeling knife in your hand, and I'm interested to see how well this knife lends itself to tasks outside of your typical hunting tasks, such as bushcraft and maybe some survival related tasks. If you're out in the wild and this happens to be your only knife, you're going to be forced to use it for whatever task you need to survive, obviously. So in the next coming weeks, hopefully a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks, I'll take this out and I'll get some good video footage of me using the knife out in the wild. We'll test its edge retention. We'll test its strength. It's 4 millimeters in spine thickness, which is one. I guess it's about a 15th or an eighth, if you want to get more exact, an eighth of an inch, which is absolutely adequate for a hunting knife. I don't think it's probably going to not perform well. That's what I was thinking. I think it's going to perform adequately given the thickness, but we'll see. And so yeah, this is Muela's Rhino. This is the Rhino 10 SV. It comes in lots of different configurations. This particular one is in the satin blade with the black micartas and the red slab or scale liners, which is really nice cosmetically. This really good fit and finish on this. It feels great in the hand, I must say. So I'm interested to see how well this performs in the wild. So yeah, be sure that you stay tuned for my next video, which will be coming out in a few weeks after I've had the chance to take this out in the bush. And until then, this is Zero Sum Survival, and I will see you in the wild.